Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Andrés y soy de Tijuana, México. So that is the happiest place on earth, at least according to Krusty from The Simpsons. But it is, yeah, it's actually the happiest place on earth. So just here to talk about my experiences as a Mexican living in Mexico. Just a few facts before starting. So right now in Mexico, today is Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. We have now more than 5,000 confirmed cases of coronavirus, more than 400 deaths, I think. And we have about, I think we administer around 300 tests per million people, so that's like really low actually, so we don't test many people here. So that's coming from worldometers.info, just to cite the reference. And there are some, according to the government, the number of people infected can actually be like 8 times higher than what is actually reported, and that's one part of that is because we administer so few tests. So yeah, around 300 tests per million persons. So what about this part of Mexico? So here in my region, in Baja California, in the last few days we jumped from the to the second, between the third and second place in confirmed cases for this COVID, and also for deaths. So that's, yeah, unfortunate. And so some people are saying from the government that the peak can actually be next month in May or even in June. So we're far from getting there. So we're still at that part of the curve where it's getting like really steep. We're getting many cases by the by the day. And so here in the region, some people are saying that we have 1 week before hospitals run out of place and out of materials. So yeah, so the response by the government hasn't been like really good. And the good thing about this is that there are some local people, even like some friends, that are doing some fundraisings for money to buy materials. So yeah, like face masks, gloves, the overalls for the nurses, doctors, all the medical staff. So that's something that I hadn't heard like back in maybe Europe, like with some friends in Spain or France. And that's probably because the government has a better response. But yeah, not in here. So people is getting together to do these fundraisings. And also the sad part is that this is not Europe, Mexico. This is not a first world country. We're an emerging economy. We have a lot of informal jobs, like people working on the streets, like selling food or secondhand clothing, and that represents like a big bulk of the local economy or the macro economy in Mexico. And it's been about a month now since they told us to do quarantine. So I have the street down there on the other side of the screen, and you still see a lot of cars. I would presume they would be out because they're doing groceries or working. The thing is that the government is saying people to stay inside their houses, but unfortunately, there is some people that if they don't go on the street like to sell their products and to earn money, they won't have the money to put the food on for the family that day. So yeah, like the government doesn't really give a good economical support, if any. That's something that, yeah, that it's very different from other economies, like first world economies, like in Europe. And that's something that I would really like to note. You know that if people go out on the streets, it's because sometimes they really need to get that money. Some people like live on a daily basis, and yeah, it's incredible. Fortunately, I have a roof where I can sleep, a house, and so yeah, I still have some savings, and so I can buy food. So I mean, from a day to day, my routine, coffee routine, has been overall. I mean, it's been pretty good. Okay. I mean, I do some exercise indoors. I sometimes walk around the neighborhood, like right now. I've been doing some experiments while cooking, so that takes me some time, and it's really enjoying. Sometimes I play guitar. I've been reading. Yeah, I've been doing more reading. So I guess that's positive, like more free time. But I'm just hoping that this will be over soon, and then we can all be happy and hug and everything. I mean, I'm happy, but I'm sure this is a time for to reflection, to think about the things that we do. So yeah, that's some things that I can say about Mexico. But yeah, and yeah, sometimes you have to deal with some things, like in your house, like if you're living with some other people or your parents, like you have to get away along, or see how you can get away along, because sometimes it can be hard, but yeah, just chill out, relax, enjoy, watch some movies, series, Netflix, whatever. And yeah, that's what I can say about Mexico. And yeah, see you.